What's up guys? Welcome back to a brand new video. Today I wanted to talk about raids in Wizard101 and my current thoughts of what's going on with them and what I would do to improve them if I could. Because the current state that they are in right now is just a little bit sad. First things first, I just want to mention that I'm not making this video to just hate on the devs. I honestly really enjoy raids and will continue to do raids even at the current state that they are in. I'm even in a devs guild and we all have a lot of fun and I would never leave Cam's guild. But I do think that there are some quality of life changes to be made to help the players out a bit more. I've only been raiding for about 2 months and have done well over 100 raids in that time frame. So I think I have a pretty good feel on raids and how we could potentially make them better. So with all that being said, let's get right on into the video. So, my first quality of life update I would make with raids is how you access raids in general. I know this is a crazy idea, but I would just take raids out of guilds and have them be accessible to everyone. In the current state of the game, you currently have to be in a guild to access a raid, and if you are starting your own guild from scratch, it's going to be a lot of work to get 12 people ready to raid, and it's going to take a lot of time to farm all that Azoth just to get the portal unlocked and the key. So a lot of people just say, oh, just join a guild that's already doing raids and just join in with them. Fair enough, but what happens when you don't get along well with your other guild members? Or if your guild won't let you learn the role that you want to learn? Or when you know that someone in your guild is cheating and you want to leave, but you don't want to wait another 2 weeks to join another guild? We will talk about cheating more a bit later in the video, but I really just want to push the point that raids need to be more accessible. So many people have made memes at this point saying that raids are essentially only for content creators or for large Discord communities. And it's sad, but it's true. If you are just a casual player, you should be able to team up with the friends that you have in the game and go do a raid, instead of having to go through the whole hassle of finding a guild that you may not even get into. And just to add icing to the cake, the social kiosk that they have for guilds where you can ask to join someone's guild directly in the game is broken right now. So if you try to use the kiosk, it will just give you an error. So I really wish that you could just team up like you do for Beast Moon for a raid, or they could put sigils in Dragonspire or something and you could just have all of your friends meet there. I don't really know, but I really just wish that raids were not locked behind guilds. Next, I want to mention the topic of cheating in raids because it's something that I feel like needs to be addressed. I'm not here to shame you for cheating or to snitch you or your guild out, so no worries. I'm just mainly wondering why something doesn't get done about it, and even if they do go about banning people or whatever they do, how would they even go about that? Would they punish the player or the whole raid? It definitely would be interesting to see what they do if they do end up enforcing a ban policy, but who knows? If you don't know what I'm talking about, essentially people are using cheat engine or something like that to make themselves go faster so that you can get through more raids while the 3-hour portal is open. So in theory, you could only have one person doing all of drums, or all 12 people using it so that you can get the raid done much quicker, or even just having people collect stars faster. However they want to do it, it still puts them at an advantage to players who aren't using it. I think the biggest problem isn't even cheating, but imagine you spend all 3 hours raiding normally and only get 6 runs in, whereas your friend might be doing a raid with everyone cheating and get 10 to 12 runs in. Now, I'm not saying go and use cheat engine because who knows what they have in place to track your account, and I don't want to wake up one morning with a message of being banned. Next, I really want to talk about the drop rates that raids currently have. If I could change one thing, it would have been the drop rate. As I said in the beginning of this video, I've done well over 100 raids, and I just finally got the one piece of gear that I needed, which was the Storm Nullity Robe. Now, I don't know about you, but I really don't want to spend 3 hours consistently hoping for a drop just to not get it. In the past 2 months, I've spent about 330 hours farming for my Storm Robe, and that's just the time in the raid. I'm not even talking about farming for the best gear so that I could get on Vanguard, and I know for a fact that other people probably had to spend way more time trying to get that one piece of gear that they needed. As someone who wants to have perfect stats, getting the Nullity Robe on a Storm is a must if you want perfect stats. and having to spend hours upon hours farming something with nothing to show for it is very depressing. You don't know how many times I spent 3 hours doing a raid, hoping I would get my robe to end up just getting another myth robe or something I already had a ton of copies of. My suggestion here would be to either up the drop rates for your specific school, add a pity system like we had for Dragoon, where if you get any school void robe, you could craft it into your specific nullity robe for your school, or maybe just take gear drops out of raids completely and have it drop specific reagents so that you would be farming for reagents and not just gear. If they made it like 20 pixels and 10 storm reagents for the robe, I feel like players would at least feel like they gained something after every run instead of just getting duplicate drops repeatedly and feeling let down. Next, I really wish that they would have made raids more fun in general. Like for example, did you know that you could fish in raids? Well, wouldn't it be cool if you got a badge for catching a fish in a raid or just something like that? I understand that people could troll, but it would still be something that players could work towards. To go off the topic of badges, they still have not fixed the 1% of the 1% badge, which you get by defeating Elf, Millispeeder, and Nullity all in one run. Our guild has done exactly that and we still don't have the badge. But some people still get it, and it's just really disheartening to be doing everything right consistently, but not getting rewarded for that. I know the devs have stated that they don't know what is causing that bug, but some condition is not being met, but they just don't know what it is. But I feel like at this point, we should be able to get our badge. Lastly, I just want to mention that even though raids may have their issues, I still think raids are really fun and highly recommend you try them out at least once. You might get really lucky on your drops, or you might even meet a whole new group of people who you might become friends with. I know in Cam's guild, I was able to meet a lot of cool new people who I would have never met if it wasn't for raids, so I am extremely thankful. I just wish that everyone could experience raids in a positive way, because they really are fun. And if you have the time or dedication to raid a bunch, just know that you will eventually get your drop. Hundreds of hours of your life may be gone, but at least you have your robe. But yeah guys, that's really gonna be it for me. If you have any other suggestions for things that they could improve for raids, please let me know in a comment down below. I would love to hear your thoughts. And as always, if you need a Wiz community to be a part of, please join my Discord server. It will be linked down below and I would love to have you. But yeah guys, that's gonna be it for me. It's Wednesday, which means I'll be live on Twitch later, so I hope to see you over there. But yeah, that's gonna be it. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!